Good morning. Good morning, students. Welcome to class 6 Mathematics, chapter 8 Decimal, lecture number 1. Students, this is your first chapter of unit test 4, UT 4. Today's topics are introduction of decimal, then place value chart, then we will learn about 10th place, then 100th place, and then representing decimals on number line. How to represent a decimal number on number line. So let us start with introduction of decimal. Look at the number 7326. The position of each digit determines the value of that digit. Counting from right, the first digit is the unit digit and it represents 6 units. We always start our counting, our places from the right hand side. So in this number, that is 4326, you can see that first place is 6. Okay, and this is called the unit place or ones place. The second digit 2 is the tens digit and it represents 2 tens, that is 20. The next digit is at 100 place, so it is the hundreds digit and it represents 300. This you all know that when the digit is at tens place, we multiply the digit by 10 and it will give us the value of that digit. And the digit which is at 100 place, we will multiply it by the 100 and it gives us the value of that digit. That is in this case 300. And 7 represents 7000. Why it is 7000? Because 7 is at thousands place. So we will multiply this 7 by 1000 and get the value 7000. So 7326 can be written as 7 multiplied by 1000, 7 is at thousands place, plus 3 multiplied by 100 as 3 is at 100 place, 2 multiplied by 10 and 6 multiplied by 1. You have done this thing, this expanded form in your previous classes also. Thus, as we move from right to left, the place value of each digit is multiplied by 10. As we are moving from right to left, okay, the rightmost digit is 6, we are multiplying it by 1. The next digit is 2, moving from right to left, next digit is 2, so we will multiply it by 2. 3 multiplied by 100, 7 multiplied by 1000. So as we move from right to left, the place value of each digit is multiplied by 10. Places you all know. First place is the ones place, then tens place, then 100, then 1000. If we extend this system to the right of ones place, the place of the digit next on the right of ones digit is the 10th digit, that is divided by 10. Okay, if we move on the right hand side of the ones place, now we have moved from left hand side But if we move on the right hand side of the ones place, we get the place 10th, and it is known as 10th digit. Okay, see there is a difference between tens and 10th. Spell tens, it is T-E-N-S, tens. And now here it is 10th, T-E-N-T-H, 10th. And it means that we are dividing it by 10. Of the digit, while the place value of the next digit is 100th, that is divide by 100, or we can write it as 1 upon 100 of the digit, and so on it will move. The next place is called the thousands place, and we will write down it as 1 upon thousands. To separate these, we put a point, that is small dot, after the ones digit. This point is called a decimal point. Okay, to separate this whole number and decimal number, we will write down, we put a small dot which is known as a decimal point. For example, the number 23 decimal 7 is read as 23.7 or 23 and 7/10, because 23 here is a whole number. So we can write down 23 as usual, that we used to read, and decimal 7 is known as 7/10 because 7 is at 10th place. So we can read it as 7/10. So it is 23.7 or 23 and 7/10. It can be written as 2 multiplied by 10 because 2 is at 10th place, 3 multiplied by 1, 7 multiplied by 1 upon 10 because 7 is at 10th place. So we will multiply it by 1 upon 10. So it is 23.7, or we can write down 2 tens, 3 ones plus 7/10. See one more example. The number 7.25 is read as 7.25, not 7.25. We read this number digit separately. It can be written as 7.25, which is equal to 7 multiplied by 1 plus 2 multiplied by 1 upon 10 plus 5 multiplied by 1 upon 100. Okay, 7 is at 1's place, so we have multiplied 7 by 1. 2 is at 10th place, so we multiplied it here by 1 upon 10. 5 is at 100th place, so we multiply it by 1 upon 100. So we can write it as 7 ones, 2 tenth, 5 hundredth. Okay, 7 ones plus 2 tenth plus 5 hundredth. In this way we can write down 7.25 or 7.25. In 7.25, the first position after the decimal point represents the 10th, that is 2, and is called the first decimal place. Okay, this 2 is at 10th place and this is called the first place of decimal. The second position after decimal point represents the 100th place, and is called the second decimal place, and so on. So in this 7.25, 5 is at 100th place, and this is the second decimal place. Now see the place value chart. Place value chart of decimal. Of the whole numbers you have done. Now see the place value chart of decimal numbers. See, this is the ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, and these all are known as whole number part. Then to separate it, we write down here decimal, that is a small dot, which is known as decimal point, and the first place after decimal point is 10th place, that is 1 upon 10. After that 100th place 1 upon 100, or thousands place 1 upon 1000. These are known as fractional part or decimal part. Okay, so as we are moving towards our right, each place is divided by 10. As we are moving towards right hand side. Okay, when we are moving from 1000 place to 100 place, it is divided by 100. From 10. And when we are moving from hundreds to tens place, it is also divided by 10. When tens to ones place, then also it is divided by 10. And when we move from ones to 10th place, it is also divided by 10. So when we move from left to right, each place is divided by 10. A decimal number has two parts. One part to the left of the decimal point and the other to the right of decimal point. One is the left hand side of the decimal and the other is the right hand side of the decimal. The part to the left of decimal point is called whole number part. Decimal point towards the left of decimal point, it is known as whole number part, and the part to the right of decimal point is known as decimal part or fractional part. Any one of them we can say, both are correct. We can say decimal part also and fractional part also. Now see example. In the number 23.7, the whole number part is 23 and the decimal part is 0.7, or we can say decimal 7. Now we will learn about 10th, the 10th place, how we get this place. To understand 10th, look at the adjoining figure. See this figure? It is divided into 10 equal parts. These are 10 equal parts, and from these 10 equal parts, one part is shaded. The whole figure is divided into 10 equal parts and one part has been shaded. The shaded part represents 1/10 of the whole figure, that is 1 upon 10, or you can write down it as 0.1. See, you have done this in fractional numbers also. If I ask you to write down the fraction of the shaded part of the given figure, so how many parts are shaded? 1. And how many total parts are there? 10. And 10 means total parts we always write down in the denominator. Okay. And 1 we will write down in the numerator. So it is 1 upon 10. Clear? See one more figure. In this figure, again the given figure is divided into 10 parts and 3 parts are shaded here. The whole number is divided into 10 equal parts and 3 parts has been shaded. The shaded part represents 3/10 of the whole figure, that is 3 upon 10, because the total parts are 10 and 3 are shaded, and it is also written as 0.3. Similarly, 2 upon 10, when 2 parts are shaded out of 10, 4 upon 10, or we can say 4/10 when 4 are shaded out of 10, 5/10 when out of 10 5 are shaded, and like this we can write. Now see the hundredth place. Understand now the concept of hundredth. To understand 100, look at the adjoining figure. This is the figure. This whole is divided into 100 parts. And out of these 100 parts, how many parts are shaded? Yes, 1. So the whole figure is divided into equal parts, 100 equal parts, and 1 part has been shaded. The shaded part represents 1/100th of the whole figure, that is 1 upon 100, and it is also written as 0.01. Why it is there? Because in 100 here are 2 zeros. Count the number of zeros and then place decimal in the numerator. Start counting from your right. So first is 1 and other place we don't have, so we will write down 0, and before 0 now we will write down decimal. So it is 0.01. Now we will learn representing decimals on number line. How to represent a decimal number on number line. We know how to represent fractions on a number line. This you have done. Let us now learn the representation of decimal numbers on a number line. Let us represent 0.7 and 1.3 on a number line. This you will be understood. It will be more clear to you with the help of this example. Now we will mark 0.7 and 1.3 on a number line. We know that 0.7 is more than 0 but less than 1, because it is whole number is here 0. So it is more than 0. 7th part, 7 upon 10th part are more, na? So it is more than 0 but less than 1, because whole number is 0 here. There are 7/10 in 0.7. Divide the length between 0 and 1 into 10 equal parts and take 7 part as shown. The point P represents 0.7. Now see in this number line, here is 0 and here is 1. We have divided 0 between 0 and 1 10 equal parts. See, these are the 10 parts equidistant from each other, and we want 7 upon 10th, that is 7th part. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7. This is 0.7. Okay, in this way we represent 0.7. Now see, next is given to us 1.3. 1.3 lie between 1 and 2 because it is more than 1 but less than 2. So again, now we will divide whole number 1 and 2 between 10 equal parts. Okay, that gap between 1 and 2 we will divide it into 10 equal parts. So it is 1.1, 1.2. Now here it is 1.3. To represent 1.3, we know that it is more than 1 but less than 2. Divide the length between 1 and 2 into 10 equal parts and take 3 parts between 1 and 2 as shown. The point Q represents 1.3. Now see some examples so that you can do your homework easily. Question number 1 is, write each of the following as decimal. First is 29 and 5 10. 29 is the whole number, so we will write it as 29 only. And 5 tenth means 5 upon 10. So it is 29.5. 1 0 is here. So before one place, we will replace the decimal. So it is 29.5. Second is 306 and 700. 306, this is the whole number, plus 700. 700th means 7 upon 100. Now here are 2 zeros in the denominator. So decimal will come before 2 places. So it is, one is 7 and the other place we will write down 0. Other digit we will write down 0. Now it is 306 decimal 07. Third, 37.306. As it is written, same we will write down 37 decimal 306. See the fourth part. It is 4 upon 5. Now see, in the denominator there is 5. So we have to find a fraction equivalent to 4 upon 5 whose denominator is 10. Because for fraction, for decimal, we have to make denominator either 10, 100, 1000 like this. So now in this fraction 4 upon 5, our denominator is 5. So we have to change this fraction into equivalent fraction with the denominator 10. This also we have done in fraction chapter. How we can get denominator 10? By multiplying 5 by 2. And when we are multiplying denominator by 2, we will multiply numerator also by 2. So it is 8 upon 10. And this can be written as 0.8. See the fifth part. 3 upon 4. Same. We have to change this denominator 4. Okay. With equivalent fraction having denominator either 10, 100 or 1000. But we can't get 10 in place of 4. So we will multiply 4 by 25 to get 100 because 25 fours are 100. We will multiply numerator also by 25. 3 multiplied by 25 is 75 and 4 multiplied by 25 is 100. It is 0.75. Now see your homework. You have to do exercise 8.1, question number 2, 3, 4, 7 and 8, all the parts. And in exercise 8.2, question number 2, 3, 4, 5, all parts in fair notebook. Hope everything is clear to you. what we have done today? We have learned how to write down a fraction into decimal. Okay, we have learned the place value chart, 10th place, 100th place, and then after that how to represent a decimal number on number line. Thank you, students.